Shocking, Freeland gone. Poilievre exposes Carney's leadership failures, reaction and analysis. In a dramatic and unexpected turn of events, Chrystia Freeland has officially announced her departure from Prime Minister Mark Carney's cabinet, stepping down from her influential roles as Transport Minister and Minister of Internal Trade. This sudden move has immediately sent shockwaves across Canadian politics, prompting debates and concern about the stability, decision-making, and overall direction of Carney's leadership. Freeland, a veteran politician with over a decade of experience in high-profile federal positions, leaves behind a significant void that will affect both cabinet operations and party dynamics. Analysts suggest that her exit may be one of the most consequential political shifts of 2025, highlighting tensions within the ruling Liberal Party and creating uncertainty about the government's ability to navigate upcoming economic, social, and political challenges effectively. Freeland's decision to leave the cabinet follows a period marked by increasingly strained relations with Prime Minister Mark Carney. Despite her prior experience as Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister under Justin Trudeau, she reportedly found herself at odds with Carney's leadership style, policy priorities, and strategic direction for Canada. Political commentators view her resignation as a response to these growing differences, signaling a potential ideological and operational rift within the Liberal Party. Her departure has sparked widespread speculation regarding the future dynamics of the party, the cohesion of Carney's team, and the government's capacity to implement critical domestic policies while maintaining public trust and political stability across provinces with diverse economic and social priorities. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre responded to Freeland's resignation almost immediately, using the moment to intensify his critique of Prime Minister Carney's leadership. Poilievre, long a vocal critic of Carney's administration, argued that the Prime Minister has repeatedly failed to address pressing national issues, including economic growth, job creation, affordable housing, and access to health care. He framed Freeland's exit as evidence of a leadership crisis and suggested that Carney's policies have been marked by indecision, lack of clarity, and mismanagement. Poilievre's comments resonate with Canadians frustrated by stagnant wages, rising living costs, and perceptions of political elitism, highlighting a broader sentiment of public dissatisfaction and eroding confidence in the government's ability to manage domestic priorities effectively. The timing of Freeland's resignation is particularly significant. It comes at a time when Carney's government is pushing forward with ambitious infrastructure projects aimed at revitalizing the Canadian economy. These projects, which include the expansion of critical mineral mines and the development of a modular nuclear reactor, are intended to generate jobs and stimulate economic growth. However, the absence of oil pipeline projects in these plans has raised concerns among stakeholders in the energy sector, particularly in provinces like Alberta, who feel that their interests are being overlooked. Freeland's new role as Canada's special envoy for the reconstruction of Ukraine reflects her long-standing commitment to international diplomacy and her personal connection to Ukraine. Fluent in Ukrainian and with a background in international relations, Freeland is well-positioned to take on this responsibility. Her appointment underscores Canada's dedication to supporting Ukraine in its efforts to rebuild and recover from ongoing conflicts. However, some critics argue that her departure from the cabinet may signal a shift in the government's priorities, potentially diverting attention from pressing domestic issues. Poilievre's response to Freeland's resignation has been sharp and pointed. He has seized upon the opportunity to further criticize Carney's leadership, suggesting that the government's internal turmoil is indicative of broader dysfunction. Poilievre contends that the resignation of a senior minister reflects poorly on Carney's ability to manage his team and deliver effective governance. His remarks are likely to resonate with voters who are already skeptical of the current administration's performance. The political implications of Freeland's resignation are far-reaching. Within the Liberal Party, her departure could embolden factions that are critical of Carney's leadership and policies. It may also lead to increased pressure on Carney to reassess his approach and make adjustments to his cabinet and policy agenda. For the opposition parties, Freeland's exit provides an opportunity to capitalize on the government's perceived instability and to present themselves as viable alternatives to the current leadership. Public reaction to Freeland's resignation has been mixed. Supporters commend her for taking a principled stand and pursuing a role that aligns with her values and expertise. They view her decision as a testament to her dedication to international diplomacy and her desire to make a meaningful impact on global issues. On the other hand, detractors express concern that her departure may weaken the government's ability to address critical domestic challenges and may further erode public confidence in the administration. The media coverage of Freeland's resignation has been extensive, with outlets providing in-depth analyses and commentary on the potential consequences of her decision. Political analysts are examining the potential ramifications for the Liberal Party and the broader political landscape. Some speculate that Freeland's departure could pave the way for a leadership change within the party, while others believe that it may lead to a re-evaluation of the government's policy priorities. Looking ahead, the focus will shift to how Carney's government responds to the challenges posed by Freeland's resignation. The Prime Minister will need to demonstrate strong leadership and a clear vision to reassure the public and maintain political stability. This may involve making strategic adjustments to his cabinet, engaging in dialogue with opposition parties, and addressing the concerns of Canadians regarding economic and social issues. In conclusion, Chrystia Freeland's resignation from Prime Minister Mark Carney's cabinet marks a pivotal moment in Canadian politics. It highlights underlying tensions within the Liberal Party and raises questions about the direction of the current government. As the political landscape continues to evolve, the coming weeks and months will be critical in determining how these developments influence the future of Canada's leadership and policy agenda. The nation's political observers and citizens alike will be closely watching to see how the situation unfolds and what it means for the country's future.